Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. My name as always is Chris Orme, and today we're back playing some Football Manager 2016 with Calcio Catania of Sicily, Italy. Now, the Serie C club has, that's in our past. That aspect's in our past. The debt, the point deduction, that's in our past. We won Serie C, up in a Serie B, second place there, with a little bit of a touch and go season at times. Let's face facts though, at times I really didn't think we'd get promoted. Last year, first season back in the top flight in Serie A amongst the big boys. Phenomenal performances, phenomenal finish. Missed out on the Champions League with in the last couple of games. We kind of didn't get the job done when it was there for us, but that would have been a monumental achievement. Instead, we just got a damn right impressive one. So I'm very, very happy with this club and the journey we're on. I've named this save El Fantastico because I thought it would be a great save, but also because I really love the club. The elephant on the badge intrigued me as a youngster. I found out a little bit about the club and about Sicily and the area and the elephant statues. They've got the fountain there, and a little bit about the whole history and the whole identity, which kind of locked me into this club as a young sort of football fan growing up, just starting to explore European football. And Catania were one of the first clubs that really did intrigue me. The other one, of course, was Juventus, the old lady of Italian football. So, I learned a little bit about them as well, but back then Catania weren't that great a club, and of course falling on hard times, we're rebuilding it back up. But it's nice now that we're battling against Juventus, and the whole history of their kit being Notts County's kit taken to Italy, etc. Go explore the history of various clubs. I think you'll be surprised of some of the stories that are out there in football. It's easy to not really remember that or think about that, but there's a lot of great history and a lot of interesting shit out there. So go for it. I highly recommend it. But yeah, I love the kits for Catania as well. Like back when I was making kits for FM, wrong button. There we go. The color scheme's just unique. The designs normally are quite unique. You can have a lot of fun with a third kit using these kind of colors. Just go a little bit off the wall. Simple away kit, traditional-ish home kit, and then just throw in something nice as a third kit. That's what I used to do. So some of the best kits I've ever done have been for Catania. I haven't got any in the game. I've just gone with the default sort of ones I got. But ultimately, there's a lot to love about this club, and we're only getting started. We're only scratching the surface. You can see we're still waiting to build that new stadium. We are approximately 15 months or 16 months, sorry, away from that. Actually, more than that, 17 months. Wow. So yeah, there is that. We have spent nearly 30 million this season. That's how much we've lost, but we're still in profit, which is nice. Now, the stadium's going to take money, but we're out of debt. We're over those days. We're smack dab in the middle of our budget, and we still got a little bit of money to play with here in January. You can see we can get a couple of million, or we can just throw it into the wage budget, which is probably what I'm going to do at some point towards the end of this transfer window. But maybe there's a loan deal which needs a little fee or something, so I'm going to keep that there just for now, just until we're sure that we know what we're going to do in this window. And of course, we might sell one or two if the price is right. There are a couple there that have wanted to leave, like Luis Enrique. He didn't want to leave, but there was interest from, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Bayern Munich or someone of that kind of ilk and standing. I can understand why he'd want to leave in those terms. So, I'm having to renegotiate some contracts and pull some strings where I can to keep this squad together, because I think there's big things to come. We're well affiliated as well now. I think that's quite nice. the level of sort of development this entire club has gone through. But no mean sort of feat to do that to the first team, especially. So, we have got Luis Enrique. Let's just talk about him. 20 goals in 16 games. He's missed half his penalties. That could be so much better. That's how scary he has been this season. That could be so much better. He's on course for his best ever season by some distance, and I can't complain. A free transfer that's come and lit this club up. I mean, Pato is a free transfer as well. Not really done as much, not a great season for him in terms of goals, but he's playing well. He is injured. He's out for, I think, 6 weeks, was it? Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks. He's broken his collarbone, so he's going to be out. A prelay through the youth academy as well. One of the best young right backs in the game, it seems. 21 million, wow. There's still quite a few little holes that I'd like him to fill in. But really starting to round out quite nicely now. And again, he was such a key player for us last season, stepping up into Serie A. He's replicating that again this season. I'm really happy with him. Hugo Van Riel, the new guy, a great start to his Catania career. And, what can I say? Another free transfer. This young attacking midfielder with so much potential. The other free transfer that really I feel has made a big impact on the club would be, surprisingly, Gael Kakuta, who is still rated quite highly. Fulfilling all that promise that he had at Chelsea. Doesn't look very, very impressive there. But, you look at what he did in Serie B and got a 7.8 rating. You're thinking, okay, he's found his level maybe. We step up debut season in Serie A, and look at that. 7.93 average rating. 10 league goals from attacking midfield and the left side of that, down that left flank. Absolutely fantastic. A little bit of regression this season. That's to be expected. We've got new players in. He's changed into the central attacking midfield role a little bit more. But, yeah, absolutely fantastic there. And the rest of the squad is pretty decent. I do need to promote Fabiano back, I think. So, let's make him available for the reserve squad for 90 minutes. Same with Ferrari. Whoops. The same with Luis Alberto. And I think that'll just about do it. So yeah, I've got a lot of history with this club. We are building it up. I think things are going quite well in terms of where we are. A little bit of lack of rotation going on, I think. I need to get better at that. I really do, at the moment, want to stick to my first team. But I really do need to get better at rotating. And we got a couple of injuries. Jorginho's out for 4 weeks, yeah. And Pato's out for 6 weeks. So, a little bit of interesting stuff going on. Of course, in Serie A today, Juventus have already won their early kickoff. They beat bottom club Genoa. So, that's going to be, an interesting one. Can we close that gap down as well? We look here, we got third, playing 17th, so AC Milan are going to put the pressure on us. 8th and 9th, so mid-table battle there, Fiorentina and Napoli. That's one to watch out for. We're up against Lazio, of course, which is a 6th place team. Luckily, it is at home, so we could get something. 4th place, Palermo, are arch rivals. Nice to see them doing well, but also worrying that our failures could be our rivals' sort of chances to capitalise, which I'm a little uneasy with, but okay. And then Sassuolo International, Inter not having a great season, but they're in 7th, Sassuolo 5th. That's another big battle. So, a couple of top three bottoms and a couple of sort of, big clubs going against each other. 2nd place 6th, 5th place 9th. Sorry, 5th place, 7th, 8th place, 9th. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. It doesn't sound like it though, does it? It really doesn't sound like it. In the last sort of few games, we followed up the draw with Juventus by going away to Fiorentina. That was a back and forth game. We rescued a draw at the end. Home game, goals galore from Frosinone. That was just sort of throw everybody forward. Sassuolo, we did rotate a little bit. Played a couple of youngsters because we had a couple more injuries that we've just had back, to be fair. So, a loss there away from home. That sucked, but back-to-back wins then. Bologna at home, Atalanta away from home, and then repeated a 3-1 away win when we went to visit Udinese in the last game. Played a full young team. Well, not a full young team, but a pretty young team. You know, Ferrari got in the team for a couple of game times. Viola had a chance to play. Luis Alberto played. Sort of like a bench team more than anything else. I think one of these two... Yeah, I think the Sassuolo one was the youth team. But yeah, basically, we didn't want to be in the cup. I dislike the cup. Especially this season, because we're going for the league. So, I have not got time to focus on any other competitions. We're not in Europe. Let's go and try and win Serie A if we can. So yeah, Lazio, good team, good squad. I'm not really too worried about them. They got a good defense. Central midfield, nothing really to worry about. They're mainly defensively minded. And then on the wings though, Candreva and Felipe Anderson. Dangerous, really, really dangerous. I mean, yeah, I'm not looking forward to seeing what they do down the wing. And Djordjevic, big target man, he could get a job done with those wingers in play. So, kind of, if we shut down the wings and, you know, we're able to keep Djordjevic from finding a little bit of space and getting onto any of the balls that do squeak through from wide, I think we're going to have a good time. And we need to. We're chasing down Juventus, who, like us, are a club full of history and stories and tales. Go find out about foreign clubs. Just sort of Google them. Go to Wikipedia, enter in a few foreign clubs from various leagues around the world. Each has its own story, each has its own tale. And if it doesn't, the city it's in will. And that's what I like to do when playing FM sometimes. I'll just sort of jump into a club and start playing as them. But I will find out as I'm going about the history of them, their city, etc. It's always something kind of interesting that I find out and love about it. So we're chasing down one historic club, the old lady of Italian football, with a club that's got a fair share of interesting stuff as well. So I'm going to pick the team. I will meet you on the match day squad. There's not much here to pick for the squad, to be fair. But on the match day, I will join you back there, and we'll see you soon. And okay then, we've got a pretty standard sort of team together here today. We do have a pretty standard team. Now, Saliuchan and Leandro Paredes are not fully fit. Paredes is coming off an injury, and Uchan just hasn't played that much since his last injury, so that's not great. I'm uncertain. Should I play Enrique or not? Raymond Naj could play. I just don't know what to do there. We don't have a goalkeeper on the bench, so we're going to have to go with this sort of fake player, sadly. Apart from that, Alberto I can use, Mastaldi I can use, but they're both not match fit either. Viola and Aluno, they can be used though, so I will be maybe looking to do those later on in the game. Nascio I can play, Ferrari I could play. Arnard and Simonson, really I don't want to use them because they're really not good and I'm trying to sell them. And Kushek and Diallo are only there because they're the only player with any condition whatsoever. So I think I'm going to go with Enrique up front in this one. Mings is on a yellow card. Saliuchan and Paulie may be a little bit dodgy in central midfield in terms of bookings and discipline, especially with the lack of match sharpness there. And yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping this is going to be enough for us. So we're going to move back to a normal defensive line, play fairly wide, and play our defense, exploit the flanks. Do we use the offside trap or not? Ooh. Good wingers. Do we give them the space to be in and hope Djordjevic isn't there? I don't know. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I really don't know there, so stay on feet. I think that is going to be best, and be disciplined, I think, is going to work for us in this game. I got a feeling that they're going to sit back and counter with that pace down the wings and a big strong target man up front. So we're going structured as well. I want to keep this shape but play it out wide. I want Van Riel and Paredes to pull off as well and give us a little chance down the flanks. Apart from that, I think everybody is set up, ready to go. So let's give Viola his squad number back. He was released. He was sent back to Fiorentina on loan. I didn't actually show that, did I? But what are we? So yeah, Viola was bought for the full $8.5 million that was in his loan deal as a clause. He wanted more game time. He wanted to be sort of his loan terminated because he wasn't playing. I said yes. But before doing it, I went and put the bid in, delayed answering him for a day to get the response back from the club, which of course was a yes. And we actually managed to seal that deal. You know, we sent him back, terminated his loan, but then completed the deal. Luckily, he turned down Fiorentina's contract, accepted mine. So he came straight back in like 3 or 4 days later. I think he was. Very good young defender. Excited to see his potential sort of be fulfilled at this club. Similarly then, we move towards the front. We've got an absolute steal. $500,000 for Admir Marina. He's developing really well. Great potential from Ingolstadt. This young German attacking midfielder who could actually be our frontline striker as a target man. It's his favourite role. He's really good at it, but you know, he's got that little bit of duality and little bit of flexibility, which I do love. And Oscar de Brits, another German from Hoffenheim here, $4.5 million for this central midfielder. Bags of potential, another 16-year-old who looks really good for his age. So I'm really happy about those Germans coming in, and Viola full term. Jimmy Johnson out for a tiny bit of money. No good, not developing, ship him out. Norbert Gyomba, 26, not on the bench, ship him out. Chile, 24, never going to be a good player for us, ship him out. Improta, 25, not good enough, let's get rid. And Lucas Hangali did some good things for us, but ultimately not going to develop into a player to challenge the likes of Hugo Van Riel, who we just brought in. So I got rid of him as well. So a little bit of money there, you know, not a huge amount. I will, I will say that 1.6, 1.7 million, something like that. We did spend, $13.5 million in transfers. So that's kind of where a lot of the money has gone as well. Roberto is coming in about 6 days, and that's going to be a huge boost to the reserve team and for long term to the first team. So you can see there they are sitting back fairly deep in midfield with a gently back four with Rekik, Nacho and Radu. Mavogo in goals is a good goalie. Biglia will really patrol quite well and shut us down. So that could be difficult to get through for our attacking line. Then he got two good central midfielders against our two, which should work out quite well. That should be a nice battle Felipe Anderson, Kandreva will probably ping our fullbacks a little bit back. So, you know, Djordjevic against Jones and Matip, I think we're okay. So it depends whether Enrique can get free or not, and if their wingers can get free. I think that's the battle today. So I want to shut down Djordjevic. I also want to shut down Kandreva and Anderson. And I'm willing to limit my fullbacks in order to get that done. And we need every mistake that we can get from that back line. So let's go in a little bit harder on a few people here. And in case they want to set them forward, we can always do that too. So, yeah, let's go in hard on him. There we go. So very, 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 very aggressive today. But I think it's what we need to do. So let's go to... Yeah, let's go to the player instructions then. We want to roll it out with fewer risky passes. I don't want anything messing up there. I want you to move into channels and you to move into channels today. That might be our best sort of best thing. Get you shooting a little bit more. And then Mings, I need you to take Kandreva out. And Aprile, your job is to try and keep Felipe Anderson a little quiet. If you can, please, let's get on with things. Certainly pick up where you left off. Nice little bits there from the team. Happy midfield. Not a motivated midfield, but a happy midfield. And it looks like Luis Enrique is here and ready to go. So we kick off. And let's see if we can't get this done today. So yeah. Matip shutting down. Actually, let's set that up as an instruction, should we? It's what I'd expect to happen. Come on. It's what I'd expect to happen, but who else have they got? They got nobody else coming up, have they? Okay, okay. Come here, Joel. Come here. I want you to mark him a lot more, because I think you can win that battle in the air. And I want you to be a little bit more of a covering player there. And actually be a ball playing midfield defender. Okay, that might work. It might not work, but I think it might just keep Djordjevic a little quiet up front. If he's got Matip on him, and the times he does flick the ball on or manage to get past him, he then meets Phil Jones on the floor, which is a battle Phil Jones can definitely win. So if he can negate that that threat down the flanks, we could be quite good. Let's go slightly higher then. Not going to play offside. And in fact, going to go down to control just in case, because I do think they will be counter-attacking. That's probably something I should have done earlier. Can we get a booking on the defender? No, we can't. Referee being a little lenient here. And again, but this time, Lucas Biglia does get done in defensive midfield. So that'll give us a little bit more to go with, maybe. Jones there, Van Riel. Kakuta playing well there. Paredes. Kakuta, Van Riel out to Mings. Good ball in. Oh, that could have been the chance. That could have been the chance there. That could have been the chance. And Tyrone Mings doing well there at the back. Managing to keep that nice and tidy. So, yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit for the greater good of the team here. So, Full back defend. What's he like on wing back defend? That might be a better option. Have a pre-lane Mings on as wing back defenders. Let's see if that works. Make it count in front of the goal, okay. We will see how that works. Enrique not doing the best so far. Oh, see, that's not what I want, guys. That's not what I want. Oh, and again, a half chance. This game might be littered with half chances, but if we don't take them, then... Oh, good shot by Luis Enrique. That's kind of why I have him there instead of Ray Minaj right now. Oh, and Phil Jones gets his head to the corner. Can't get it in the back of the net. As we're approaching now this sort of end of this first half. Can we get anything done, guys? Passionate. Push forward. Let's see. Last 6.5 minutes, 7 minutes of this half. Can we get something going? Don't leave your man. Don't leave your man. Guys, please. What the heck? We're so lucky there. So lucky there. It was just so easy for Djordjevic to get goal side. And their goalie's kind of keeping them in it. He is kind of keeping them in it. Aggressive, far from pleased. And then, let's see. There we go. We motivate Paredes, who was the only one that didn't look fired up. So that's a good team talk. Luis Enrique not playing well. He is quite tired. I need to keep an eye on that. But I'm not willing right now to make a change. Because Ray Minaj is a bit more static. And I don't think he's going to offer the same kind of threat that we have with Luis Enrique. So, come on, Joel. You need to be far, far better than that. Oh. And we're starting to see control not really working. They're starting to get into the game. So, I'm going to go back to attacking and just try and push them a little further back if I can. It's a little congested, actually, in attacking midfield, isn't it? So what can I do to change that? How about if I drop Paredes into central midfield? How about if I do that? And then give Kakuta a little bit more of a chance to go that way. And then maybe pop these boys onto wing back support and actually get a little bit more width as we're going forward. And we got Luis Enrique. Low crosses. Let's just whip the crosses in. Okay, let's see what that does. Does that offer us anything else going forward? Does it push Lazio back a bit? Force them to counter-attack rather than being able to play it sort of in behind Joel Matip. Come on, referee. Book him. Thank you very much. 60 minutes. Things aren't quite going our way. It looks like up front things are a little dodgy for us. Mavogo's playing really, really well. It looks like they've changed their front, sort of, their front man out. So, I need to go and make some changes there, it seems. So, let's see exactly what they've done then. Oh. So Keita's gone up front. They got a new central midfield pairing who Yeah, okay. Okay, that's fine. So the wingers are still going to be marked out of the game. Striker's going to be marked out of the game. Those central midfielders, I think we're just going in hard on them. Yeah, that should be enough. That should kind of take care of them. Now, as for ourselves, Enrique hasn't had the best game. We're going to go... We're not going to go with Dicorato, no. We're going to go Ray Minaj. We're going to go target man attack. Let him lead that line. What else have we got to do in this game? Nobody else is really tired of playing badly as such. Saliu-chan and Paredes maybe not the best right now. We're going to push Saliu-chan up a little bit more. We're going to keep an eye on that. Next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to want to make my last 2 subs. So we're going to keep an eye on people's rating and condition. Joe Matip may be off. So we'll see what happens there. Ray Minaj up front now. Paredes. It's going to fall to a prelay. Joe Matip! Get in there. His first ever goal. Oh, nice little chip over the top by young Venerando Aprile. Joe Matip, the big boy from the back, coming up big for us now. So, we're going to get rid of him now. He's tired. He's got his goal. He's played well in defence. We're going to get the youngster Viola on. And now how are we going to cope with that aerial threat? It's not as if they're doing too much there. So I think if we just keep it fairly similar the way we have been, and I'm happy enough with that there. So Phil Jones continues not to close down too much. Viola, the youngster with a bit more about him, is going to do that for us. And Paredes Uchan. I think Saliu-chan's got to come off for Mastali there. So, let's get them on. The 2 promising young Italians. Centre back, centre midfielder. We've got the lead now. We're going to have to make sure that Lazio cannot get back in this game. Keep the pressure on them. Referee, red card. Get him off. Get him off. 2-footed challenge there. Gael Kakuta. Oh, Mvogo's played absolutely phenomenally against us. But you know what? This game now should be fairly well wrapped up. We're not going to time waste though. We are going to go forward and go at them because I think that we've got enough about us at the moment to kind of defend against them. So we're just going to try and pin them backwards a little bit. Paredes now moves back into midfield there. Mastali. So ball winning defend, deep line playmaker support. Change things up a little bit in midfield. Go back to our original shape and just try and pin them back out wide. Yeah, but I'm not going to leave Philippe Marc Anderson sort of on his own. He's getting warmed up, look. No. I don't care. I don't need a prelay to do anything more. He got the assist. He's been good in defence. He's done everything he needs to do. Game, you don't need to be that way. Pump ball into box. We're going to shoot on sight. We're going to keep playing there, I guess. Go route 1. Pass into space. Why not? Stick to positions if we can. Yeah, stick to positions if we can. Keep it fairly wide because that's what they're going to be playing. And a much lower tempo, higher structure. Let's go. Let us go. So unless they throw bodies forward, which of course they might do. And they did. Oh, that sucks. They don't deserve anything from this game at all. They don't deserve anything. I was trying to see the game out to try and manage the tiredness of the players, but you know what? Like, what am I supposed to do, guys? What am I supposed to do there? I know what I'm supposed to do, but oh, that sucks, man. That does suck. We're gonna play Hugo as a shadow striker. Try and get forward. Ray Minaj as an advance forward. Push him further up as well. And we're gonna keep that, to be fair. Take more risks. Normal tempo. Run at defense. Rome, be expressive, and just go for it now, boys. Go for it. Couple of minutes. Can we get anything out of this game? They're down to 10 men. They throw people forward for what, you know, looks like a free kick, sort of, or a corner. Kind of all breaks down. Felipe Anderson loses his man the one time in the game that he manages to do that. And we're going to pay for it there. Nacho, look at that. They've done nothing but that all game. Give me a goal. Get me the winner. Come on, fifth. So slow to get the ball. Absolutely pissed off with that performance. Upset. Maybe I should have gone, you know, kept it attacking late on. 2 red cards. They still managed to take a point against us. That keeps us 3 points behind Juventus. And AC Milan, of course, win. Palermo do lose. We don't lose any sort of ground to them. But that hurts. We should have been so much better today. So, absolutely not happy with the players' performances. I don't think that they were anywhere near as good as they should have been. So, yeah. That's football. That's football. So training, what do we got? 7 days. Let's get people back fit then. I think fitness is really hurting us at times. Especially late on in that game. You know, if you look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the second booking. So 6, 7, 8 bookings they had. We had one. We had one late on, the youngster. But they came and kicked us out the game. They sat back, they defended, they counter-attacked. It was kind of a very Italian, dogged display. Absolutely disgusted that someone I basically negated all game by man-marking him on my fullback. Managed to get free when he wasn't in his regular position. And actually got the goal there. So hopefully the rest of the team now will step up finally and actually, you know, start playing well again. I think we were a little bit overconfident. We are going to praise Matip though. He did get an 8.3, which is higher than everybody else. Luis Enrique criticised that last game. He does this from time to time. Assertive. Not great at all. So, sadly, not the best of ends to this video, but what can I say? What can I say? Things have been going a little too well up until this point, so you kind of got to expect it to go back round the other way. A little bit of a long video as well. But we do have a transfer window to come up. If anything does appear, I will be jumping in and trying to grab some people. If we get a good bid on a couple of our people, I'm still not happy with Nicola Lely. I don't feel he is our goalie going forward. He's just not impressing me at all. And of course, Fabiano is an ambitious, so I'm not sure if he's going to make it. I am on the lookout for a new goalie. Apart from that, I got some young players to sign to really improve the team. We're getting rid of a bunch from the youth team, so let's get some more in to replace them. Just keep that sort of revolving door policy going, just in case we unearth a gem or two. Apart from that, I'm really happy with the balance of the team and the depth. I'm happy with the youngsters we got coming through. We still got young strikers who are phenomenal. Mastali could be a very, very good player. Aprile and Viola, they could be players in our team for a long time as well. And even outside of the senior squad, I think if you look here at the potential, you know, Diaz, Diallo, Bishop, Tomic, Taverna, maybe they make it, maybe they don't. But then De Brits and Butner, Morina, Kopka, look at that. Two attacking midfielders, a central midfielder, and two strikers, all Germans. They could become the new core of this team and give us a new identity. Lombardi, he could go alongside Mastali and make an all-Italian midfield. Pace at the back with Viola could be an all-Italian centre-back partnership. So there's a few different things we can do going forward, I think. Achar as well gives us a bit of a chance in central defence, maybe covering right back. I've had a couple of suggestions for left backs. I'm going to take a look at those. And of course, in 6 days' time, we do land the young Roberto. So we'll see how he turns out. Big money. I think he's going to be a fantastic player. So really, midfield, we should be well settled. Defence and goalkeeper, I think we need a couple of bodies. Striker, we look good. So we got options. We probably got two teams apart from in defence and goalkeeping. Just basically the under 25s. So I'm fairly happy with that. We're going to see how it goes across the future. Next game in the next video will probably be, let us take a look. Let's take a look. We could go down to Palermo. I think we would go down to Palermo. Or maybe we just jump down to AC Milan. One of those two. Maybe Palermo, and then we can do Juventus away from home, and then Verona as the end game. So, who knows? We're going to find out another time. But until then, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed despite the lackluster performance and the disappointing end to that game. I think we're in really good shape. We only need to beat Juventus in the upcoming game at their place to tie them on points. We can do that. It's going to be a long, hard season, but it isn't over by any stretch of the imagination. So, I'll see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a like if you have enjoyed the video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Follow me on Twitter at ChrisArmy. You can get hold of me there, and I post tweets when my new videos are coming out. You can subscribe to this channel as well as on Twitter to never miss a video that I do, or an announcement when I'm going to vary from my schedule. Football Manager twice a week, starters orders twice a week, and Franchise Hockey Manager once a week. Maybe new things coming. I don't know. I might do a blog video to update everybody on what's going on, because there's a lot going on right now. So we'll think about that maybe on the weekend. But hey, I'm going to do what I can do for as long as I do it. As long as you're enjoying, please do let me know by showing some love, hammering that like button. And I'll see you back here very soon for some more with Calcio Catania, Elefantastico, as we try and ascend to the throne of Serie A. Until then, guys, I've been Chris Orme. You all take care of yourselves, and we'll see you back here really soon.